Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we replaced the grain pan in the Deutz Fahr combine. So the first job was put the head onto the combine and then take the throat off, so that was all supported in one go. When TT is live, but you need a work van. Who says that the TT can't double up as a work van? So the first job was we separated the throat or the straw elevator from the combine. And then we took the combine into the shed. So after a lot of work, we got the grain pan now out. This is the old grain pan that we took out. You can see it's absolutely rotten with rust. And it was unrepairable. You can see a big hairline crack here in the top right hand corner, and also the pan is covered in holes. Here we have a new grain pan all painted up and now ready to be installed. Getting this grain pan in was the easy bit, but getting the nuts and bolts to line up with the bearing was so difficult. Unfortunately, I spent an awful lot of time here in the bowels of the machine, covered in dust, heat and sweat. So here we are in the back of the combine, and you can see this piece here has been replaced. It's all looking bright and green, and these are the notorious little nuts and bolts down here with the bearing. Maybe it's not going to come out in camera, but and then there's the same on this side here, way off down there. That's easier to come out. So we replaced all of that, so the bearings came off and all of this panel here was replaced. We replaced the bearings as well, and all of this grain pan here has to come in from the front, so it comes all the way back here, and it was one hell of a job to do. So the way we planned on doing it was we kept the bearing attached on this side, so we had to attach that to the grain pan, and this side here just floated on the actual shaft, and then we reattached the nuts and bolts. Probably not the best way of doing it, but we couldn't figure out a better way of doing it, and it was so difficult, but we eventually got it using some pry bars, lifting it up at the base just to line everything up. We got the nuts and bolts in. So here we are at the side of the combine. That's the air fan, and this is the rocker that rocks forwards and backwards. So what we end up doing was I'm doing these three nuts here, I'm doing this one here. This panel here will slide out a little bit, but it's caught here at the bearing, so we had to undo the locking tab and the nut, and it still didn't want to come out. So it was very difficult to get out, but getting it back in, we end up undoing the one at the bottom, so you had to cut a little panel here just to get that nut there out. That released enough, and we had these three here, and this whole panel here could come out. If I was redoing this again, I'd re-put the bearing and all of this, these two cups here on the far side. Leave this open here because there's a lot more room on this side than on the far side, and then push everything in this way and line it all up. Here we are at the far side. That's the air fan just down here again, and where are we going? In there is that rocker arm, so that's the opposite side of that rocker arm, and that's the one that we had to pull out and get the bearing that's off in there installed. And you can see how difficult a job that was. So you can see one of the three nuts and bolts that hold it on. Incredibly difficult, but then again, this machine wasn't designed to be serviced. This is what it looked like at the very front of the machine, now with the new grain pan installed. Looking in from where the straw elevator attaches, this here is the stone trap. That's the concave and the drum rotating, and just underneath all of this behind here, that's where the grain pan is that we replaced. Oh, there it is. So the grain pan is just sitting just here. Now we have to get the side mounts reattached. Okay, that's one, now the other one. That's two now installed. We have the head and the throat sitting here. The combine is sitting in the shed. Now to bring the combine down and reattach both of them. First we have to check every single nut and bolt that we've retightened it and tightened the torque. Should fit. In order for this to reattach, it has to line up absolutely perfectly. You can't even be out by 1 degree. It took a few goes, but we got it absolutely perfect. Now without any real struggle, we have to head back on. Woohoo! Guys, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.